Hello there everybody, and welcome to the first video in a series where I'm doing modelling challenges in a time scale. Welcome to the first episode of Time Attack. So this is the wagon in question. It was very nicely bought for me by Luke Noble, and I'm going to do some work to it. So it fits into this rake right here. It's going to have two sides, a little bit like the Coke wagon I worked on previously. One side is pre-BR and one side is BR. You may notice some of the differences. It's a heavier weathering, it's got a few more decals on this side. But I'm going to use some inspiration from Ruston on our own web here. There's a link to this thread in the description for the placement of some decals and things like that, and some general weathering tips. I'm going to use some pictures like this one. I'm guessing this one's pre-BR because the installed code doesn't have BR numbers and it's got an LS crest on it. Big long rake of wooden bodied mineral wagons there, like the one I've got to work on. Got one here which is a Great Western 280, I'm guessing, with a rake of steel bodied mineral wagons and also some wooden ones at the front. Again, these ones I'm going to be using for my inspiration. And same thing here with the WD with some wooden bodied ones at the front. So I'm using these pictures and this bit of modelling to inspire me to build my own in less than 10 minutes. Now, I've spent about 1/10 of that time already applying the BR decals to the model. Now, you may notice that these are in the correct place, but are actually the wrong sort of decals. These are just because they're cut from a sheet that I found. It should have a P number like on there and its weight on the top, but it doesn't. What are you going to do? Sue me? No one's going to notice from too far back. So, with some weathering, let's see how well this goes. Second job is to replace some of the panelling on the sides and add some new planks in using some wood tones, using dark browns, dark greys, and I think there's a black that's gone onto this as well. I use a cocktail stick to apply it, just so I've got a large amount of control over what paint is going where. Also means you can touch it in quite easily. The painting of the interior was also done at this point as well, using the same wood tones. Okay, so that's how long we are in, and this is where we are. So I'm weathering to the outside. We've got the BR side here with its numbers and things, some more patchwork done on there, a couple of different shades. Shows it loads better on camera than it is in real life actually. Beginning to do the rusting. Began to start working on the inside, laying up a couple of different sorts of paint in there, and again the personalisation side. But I kind of thought this video would be quite an easy start to like the time thing, but it's not. I've gone over. I'm a minute and 19 behind now, and if I'm honest, still a good 5-10 minutes, maybe even longer away from finishing. Oh well, maybe that could be the end of the video then. We'll work out how long it actually takes to weather a wagon. Might be as good for the title, but you know what I mean. Okay, so this is the final part of the weathering process, using a grey for the body and a grey and an earthy grey for the frames. Bit of tonal variation just to finish the model off kind of thing. Using a large flat brush for this, just to blend the model all together. Obviously it's got two sides, so one side's more heavily weathered than the other. There's the model, and there's the turret to do the external work that I've done to it there, the external weathering. 5 minutes 10, add that on to the 11 minutes 30 that it was earlier. It brings us to like 16, 17 minutes, which I don't think is too bad. Obviously it does make the title clickbait, but sue me, hate the player, hate the game. Anyway, there it is. This is the BR side. Here's the pre-BR side. I'm going to go put it on a photography plinth and hopefully I'll get some good pictures. So here it is in context. Now, I think it looks quite good. Obviously we've got the pre-nationalisation side here, which is the same as the mainline wagon that I detailed up previously. There's a link to that in the description below. Obviously I was weathering this with that one in mind because I knew that I'd want to run them together, and I think they look quite good together, along with the little Ruston, which has also actually had a video on it, best part of 2 years ago now. Just going to spin it round. The layout that this is set on actually hasn't seen YouTube yet. There'll be a layout update coming on for this one next week, maybe week after, so stay tuned for that. But Again, we're putting the wagon in a context. This is the BR side, set with the BR mineral wagon there. And I think they don't look out of place with each other, and I think they look rather dapper on this layout. An urban, industrial layout with a hard-worked, battered wagon. So let's answer the question in the title. Can I weather this wagon in 10 minutes? No, I couldn't. It's taken me close to 20. However, I have succeeded in the other part of this video, which was to weather a wagon that matches in with this rake of wagons. And I think it does. Obviously, there is a bit of clickbait going on in the title, but what are you going to do about it? Don't hate the player, hate the game. But all in all, I think this has been a successful video. I like that this wagon now tells a story. This side, it's clearly an unloved wagon that's well on its way out, probably doesn't have a year left in service. It's battered, it's clattered, it's no longer with its original owner up in Liverpool. However, it is still in use and it matches the rake that it'll be running with, such as the BR side of the Coke wagon there and this BR mineral wagon here. If I flip it around to the other side, it again tells another story. Of a pre-war wagon that's well used, but there is an element of care being taken in it. This is very much a dulled down in use side, but it's still quite well preserved in comparison to the BR side. So, I'll leave you on that, and like I say, the layout update for this layout will be put up next Saturday, so subscribe, let me know any ways I can improve the video or the modelling itself, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!